Hey guys, this is Braminc for CardRunners.com, bringing you a video. It's on the One-Drop. And let's go on to the next hand. A big hand developed here in hand 18 where basically someone flopped the nuts, the full house, a7, and got it in on the river versus trips. Pretty standard hand, I think, for the most part. Trips versus trips, except for maybe the river where Solomon, let's see, I think he bets. He leads for 5 million and then calls a shove. I don't think it's necessarily bad, depending on pot odds. He probably had so much in and so little to call, but he snap calls here like he has the nuts and he doesn't. His kicker actually is relatively weak, so it's a pretty interesting spot. I can't blame him too much for that though. And we're gonna zoom ahead to hand 22. We got Rankemeyer shoving. Okay, so by the way, the blinds are now up to 400, 800. Okay, that's a new development. And 100, 400, 800, 100. So let's look at the stack sizes real quick. You can see Solomon and Rankemeyer falling a bit. Negreanu and Vogelsang soaring a bit. Rankemeyer shoves for basically 10 real big blinds and even less effective big blinds. Paul Nui calls. So ace jack versus king. And Nui actually has a few more chips than Rankemeyer. So this is a good spot to stop and look at ICM because king queen, it's not I don't want to call it a loose call, but I don't think it's a snap call either. So let's take a look at the numbers. My gut says probably a good call, but probably not by much. And that our range here probably is tighter than the average viewer would expect. And that's kind of why I want to look at this hand more too. Okay, so we've changed it here to six-handed. What I didn't change was the blinds. That's important. And let's put our hand in, even though it's not totally mandatory since we're going to look at the whole range. And the button is shoving into us in the big blind, because I think the call is a little bit more interesting than the shove, right? He shoved ace-jack. And obviously he's on the button there with 10 real big blinds. With 100,000 times 6 players, 2/3 of that is 400 more. So it's really 1.4, which goes into 8. How many times? About 5-ish. So you got 5.5 effective big blinds, 10 real big blinds. He's going to be shoving wide on the button. And he should be, and that's totally correct. Especially he's the shorty at the table as well. He doesn't have to wait for someone else. There's no benefit there. I'm going to start off putting him in the 50% shoving range, and then I'm going to add more hands because he's definitely looser than that.